hello, and welcome to Headless WordPress Live. We're live, I think, probably.
Hello, Internet.
Hello. I think I get your sound
Hello,
good
world.
too. Hello, world. Let's see. I need my my local running, I guess. What to do? Last time we did a big refactor on the Follow a Dev site. Let's recap. So last time we was working. Last time what we did was we created a plugin that allowed us to save like your preference for light or dark mode on your user object in WordPress. And we did that by creating a plugin that all it did was add that to WP GraphQL schema and added it to the mutation as well. That allowed us to do that.
Yeah. There were a lot of lessons learned about implementing dark mode in Next.js. Yeah. Wasn't that last week?
That was the week before, but last week we which we need to write a blog post on that, but
yeah.
Last week we ended up adding state management in, so we had kind of hacked that just with local storage, but now we have Tate's, which is Will's state management thing.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that is live now. What I was going to do, I actually pulled this up on mobile the other day and it didn't look great. Yeah, see, this gets squished. So I wanted to play with that a little bit, but maybe, also if you're logged in, it stays this login button. So if I log in, remembers my state, that's cool. But now this login button is still here, even though I'm logged in.
Yeah. Did we also hook it up to where, like, if someone is not logged in and they visit the site, then it would be in light mode, presumably, if that's their default. They then enter their username and password, hit login. And then when the response comes back, now we know who they are. And if they prefer dark mode, are we then, toggling that on?
Right. Yeah. Dark mode is the default. So
dark is okay. So yeah, flip what I said then.
Yeah. So and mine came in as light mode, but it should save it. Oh wait, what happened? You do not have the appropriate capabilities to perform this action. I haven't touched this since last time, so I do not know what happened.
That sounds like a WordPress response, like the word capabilities.
It came from Apollo, yeah. Yeah, I'm hitting my local site. I don't know if I something. Not have the appropriate capabilities. I'm not even sure what action I was performing.
I wonder if we could check in the network tab and see if one of the requests has that error text.
Yeah, I have to get it again. I don't know what I did to get it. I think I went to /profile. No, that worked. Oh, I clicked the dark. Oh wait, but now that worked. What the heck? What? What did I do? Go to profile. Click. I'm not sure what I did to cause that. What's up, Fran?
Brian the man.
Oh, there we go. Something else here.
Status code 500. Interesting. So your backend does it even load? Like if you try to go to the WordPress admin?
Oh, I don't think I have gravity forms and all that installed on here. Yeah. I need to point this back. Now that we're not working on the plugin, I can point this back to the other one.
Okay.
Oh,
That plugin we whipped up, is that on prod now?
It is, yeah.
Sweet.
Let me do this over here for once. Not share my secret. All right, let's run this again. Oh, I need to delete these. There we go. Cool. And delete my tokens though, because these are definitely not accurate. Theme, dark. All right, now if I log in. Make sure we're good. Got our tokens. Oh, cannot query ACF user fields. One type user. Oh, so, I didn't create that over there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if ACF has an import export feature, you might be able to use that. Otherwise, I think it's only like one field, right? So you probably just recreate it pretty quick.
Yeah, I think I'll just go create it.
Okay. The trick here is we just have to make sure we get the key right. Yeah, because the key.
This is a different one.
All right.
What is it?
Yeah, I was just saying we have to make sure we get the key right because this has to match our input fields. Yes. So I forget what it is. It was something in snake case. It was like prefers color scheme or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We can glance at the plugin though, that PHP plugin. It would just be the same as that string in there.
Yeah, I can do that. So that would be in here.
Yeah.
Prefers color.
Further down is where it actually saves the data. Further, right. There we go. Prefers color scheme.
Prefers color scheme. Cool. Showing GraphQL. ACF user showing GraphQL. ACF user fields. Is that right? That's right. All right. Now let's refresh. All right. Cool. It's working, I think. Clicking around. Good. All right, so I want to change this login button to not be login if I'm already logged in. So like right now I am logged in. And now that we have Tates, we can know that.
Yep.
So if we go to our state management, our actor, we should have something like, I have a use logged in hook, which is tied to the logged in property on my state. Is right here. Here's my state, and there's this logged in property. I need to make sure it's being nice. So if I log in here, it gets set. But we're not doing it like if we just show up to the site, we're not doing anything to see if we're logged in. I think that's going to be the, you know what I mean? Like we need to, when you first hit the site, validate your access tokens.
Right.
I guess we could try to pull back their profile if there's a token. Oh, Yeah, we could call this too. We could get their color scheme.
Yeah.
Oh, but this looks on the user. So it expects it to be.
Oh, right.
Expects it to already be set. So we need to do like get profile or something like that. Oh, get user. Here we go. Yeah, so this should work. So if we do get user profile, or we can do get user off of our actions, and then this. Yeah, we're also not checking here if this was successful or not. This could fail.
Right. Wherever we call that get user, like are we making sure they're logged in and then calling that? If so, that might be fine. But if we're not, then you're right, it could error out.
Yeah, we're not I don't know if this is being called from anywhere right now. I need to search. It's called from the profile. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, we don't call this yet. Oh, we do if we have use user on. Okay.
So what I've done in my apps is like, as soon as the app, well, this what I'm about to say assumes you're storing JWTs in local storage. And you have access to them on the client. So what I've done in my apps is like I've had some code in a React hook, and then also a context provider that as soon as the app boots up, it reaches into local storage to check, do we even have a token at all?
Mm-hmm.
If so, it tries to fire off one request to the backend to get a new auth token and refresh token. If it's successful, then it resaves both of those and saves in state the fact that the user is now logged in. Otherwise, if that initial request fails, then I just wipe out any existing tokens that may be there. I just delete those and send them to the login page. Right. So I think our app could do something similar. I'm just asking myself, like, what data in that request to the server, is that what we're going to grab? Like,
yeah, I guess we just want to grab. Like we can use this
not the profile stuff.
We can just try to get the user. So all that does is hit that viewer.
Okay.
Right.
That makes a network request.
So that makes the request to
there you go.
GraphQL and you have to have a token for this to work. And we built all that into our Apollo client, right? So where was that? Yeah, Apollo. So our Apollo client, our Apollo middleware is handling all the JWT stuff, and it will delete them if it's invalid, right? Remember?
Right.
We added all that in here. So I don't think we need to do anything special there. We just need to try to make a call. The Apollo client will look into local storage, populate the header if it's there. If it fails, it will delete those tokens, right? Like right here.
Right.
So if there's an error, it'll delete those tokens and we won't get a response. So we just need to catch any errors, I guess.
Yep. No, that should be perfect.
Right. So what we can do, we should be able to I don't know if I should do it in the app or what. That's probably right. Probably in the app. I'm going to do that. Let's try it. Let's try it. Oh, the tags. I just saw some. Yeah, the tags weren't working because I didn't have all the plugins on my local instance. So last week we created a local instance and did some things to get to write the plugin, but we didn't completely set it up the way that it is in production. So I didn't have the taxonomy query stuff, but now it's working when I'm switched to prod. Everything's good. It's really slow in dev mode. It's crazy. But whenever you build this and you generate it, it's super fast. So, all right. Okay, so that's happening there. So I'm going to go to the app.tsx and I'm going to do, yeah, so this is fine. I want to do a use effect, I think. No, I can't do that. I just need to call the use.
Use user.
I mean, I don't really need this. I just need to call it. That does anything bad. I don't know what that's coming from. Deprecation shared array buffer. That's, I don't know if that's from our code or some extension I've got running. All right, so it didn't error, so that's interesting. But now we should be able to go over to our nav bar and add like a logged in equals use logged in. So we have that hook that we created with Tates. And now, so this should be the right value. So now we can decide to show login or something else. So we either want to show login or we want to show something to go to our profile. Right? I think.
Yeah, or log out.
Yeah, we could show log out or log in.
Yeah.
But I need a way to get to your profile, so I'm gonna add that. And then I can call, for now I'll call it profile, but I'm gonna emoji this up later. Find some emojis.
Emoji it up. Yeah, we could probably have a few links, right? One, if you're logged out, then you'd see log in and register or sign up. And then if you're logged out, it would be or if you're logged in, it would be, go to your profile or log out.
Right. We just don't have a huge bit of space up there.
We don't have a fancy drop down or
we don't have like a drawer.
Right.
I don't know if I'm ready to tackle that yet. Let's see here. How should I do this? I can do not logged in. Logged in. All right, what's it going to show us? Shows us logged in. Login. That doesn't seem right. So let's see. Whoa, console.log, console.log. Trippy. False. Interesting. If we went to /profile. Oh, wow. What just happened? Well, it's still running. Something that we did created an infinite loop. What did we do?
Oh no.
Make it stop. What did we do? What is it even? It's doing true twice and then null. Is this somehow calling?
Yeah, I don't understand how the Tate stuff works at this point, so I can't speak to any of that.
Well, Tate's will fire whenever this property changes. So what you say is like, here's my state.
Okay.
We called it Tate, which makes it hard to decipher, but that's our state. And then we tell it, well, not here, what property we want to watch. So whenever this
Okay.
property changes, it'll fire off this hook.
Can that property be an array also, out of curiosity?
Yeah, I think it's just got to be a property on the root of
Okay.
yeah, so it's got to be like on the root of this.
Got it. Okay. All right.
But I'm not sure
So
why we ended up in this infinite loop though.
yeah.
Because it only does it when I went to the profile page. Like here, it's just like, nope, you're not logged in. I wonder if this called get user though. Let's see.
Yeah, in the profile, do we have a use effect or something? And maybe, you know, one of the variables is changing every time. Something like that.
Let's see if this user's coming back. Nope. The user just isn't coming back. So this, oh, this is only, no, the action is get user, so that should work. It should call this. So let's make sure we're getting in here. All right, so get user gets called, and we must be getting an error here. So let's see. Yup. Oh, still can't get the ACF user fields on type user. ACF user fields.
Oh, there's something wrong with
Did I name it wrong?
the
I
naming
need
there.
ACF user fields. Let's go to here. Where is it? It's in get user profile. Let's get profile, which is this one. Oh, look, there they are.
Convenient.
ACF user fields. Not
First color
set,
scheme
though.
is
That's interesting.
no.
Oh, this isn't the test user, though.
And that's a nullable field, so that is valid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why are we getting that error? Cannot query field ACF user fields on type user. Then Apollo error.
So just to, well, where you just ran that in the WordPress admin, that was on production, right? Not your local.
Yes.
Okay, just a sanity check. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're able to do it there, I don't know why we wouldn't
Yeah, let me make sure
on the front end.
it works here, but yeah, it works in both places. Let me kill this so I don't get confused. All right, ACF user field, it runs. I don't get an error. The only thing I can think is that it does it on the, I don't remember if I did this. So I put it on the current user. I don't remember what I did in the local. Let me check that real quick. Make sure that's right.
Oh, what about the rule?
Yeah, that's what I was, yeah. Current user is equal to logged in, so.
Oh, so one of the, one of our viewers last week, I remember them recommending that we set it to user roles is equal to any.
Yeah, I tested that and this ended up working. And the user role didn't.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if the query works in both places, then
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can
like
think
that's
is
not the
that
issue.
I'm not logged in yet when this query happens, or it's not making the query with the token or something. Let me see what query it actually makes. Okay, this is the query. So there's no token.
No authorization header then?
Right. But I have there are tokens though. So what's going on here?
I don't know. So they could be expired, but our middleware for refreshing that should take care of that.
Right. Yeah,
So
that's
why
weird
would it
that it
not
made
be?
the call without.
Why would it not be included?
Yeah, it's weird it made the call without doing it. Yeah, I think what's happening is that, just to explain, as I see Dominique is asking some questions, but since we made the call without the authorization token, there's no current user set, so the field isn't showing up. My guess is that if we made this call with the token, it would work. But why is there no token though?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the bigger problem.
Yeah, my next step would probably be to go to that Apollo file and just litter it with a couple console logs, right, to figure out why is this thing not being
Yeah,
added.
I wonder when this part is getting called.
Add auth header.
Let's see if this is getting called. What order? I get user gets called. Oh, it never got called. Okay, that's a problem. Or did he get called on the server? No, I didn't even get called there. All right, so the add auth header isn't being called.
That's perplexing because we've been able to make authenticator requests before.
Yeah, and we can.
What the heck?
Now, right? We can go to well, I introduced an infinite loop here, but let me take that out. I want to put nav. I want to see if this loop is still happening though. I'm just gonna put nav in here.
All right.
I'm gonna go to oh yeah, well, that's a problem. All right, slash profile. Oh yeah. Whoa. So we've been in an. No, this wasn't happening though. We were just here. What did we change to make this happen? It must be the user in the app, I guess. So I need to take this out. Yep. Okay.
Get it?
Why would that be happening?
What were we calling their use user?
Yeah, we were calling the
that use user hook.
Yeah, so there's use user. What this does is it calls get user. Right here.
Get user make a network request.
Yes. It goes out, calls get user profile. And then it sets the user here. But it's calling it over and over again. I don't know if it's because we put it in the app.
Yeah.
I guess I could put this. Let me try putting it in the layout instead.
Yeah, use user must be doing something that updates state and triggers a re-render, and then we run it again, and then update state, and then re-render, on and on.
All right, that didn't. Yeah, the app piece must. I don't know why that would be happening. I'm not sure why when I put it in here, we ended up in infinite loop. That will be a bug we'll can figure out in Tates. All right, well now look, our login button is gone. Oh wait, that's because that is because I commented it out. All right, so now let's see if all this is working. It says login still. All right, now it says profile. And I click over here, it says profile. Oh, then it goes back to login. Oh, and then we get back to this. Yeah, some query that we're doing is not passing in the, it's not always passing in that header. Like clearly it is here, right? If I go to profile, obviously the header was there. We didn't get the error when we called get user, right? All good. Then we go to the home page. We call get user and we get the error. What's different?
I don't know. Those are calling the same exact mutation. Or sorry, the same query is running on both of those.
Yeah, it's running get user. You can see that here. That's all. It's just one time it's running it with a token and the other time it's not.
So it's there just to confirm, like, do you see it?
Yeah, if I go to like /profile. There, it pulled the profile back. But actually, I don't see it adding it here either. But what is this? What is this though? Because this is, oh, that's the options. There we go. Yeah, there it is. So there's the authorization token. Yeah. So when we're on the profile page, it's fine. It's like, sure, I'll use it. But then we go to the home page. It's weird the options comes in after, but on the home page, it doesn't have it in the request header. And we get the error.
I don't know why that would be.
Some kind of race condition, I'm guessing. Because here we call this use client or use Apollo client. And we set the Apollo client, which this is where it adds the yeah, so this client has to get initialized, which that's fine. This would need to get called before. Let me make sure this is working. Clear this out. All right, set up all client, then get user. Seems right. Where do we do the add though? Where does that add? Oh, wait, maybe that's the problem. Maybe we didn't fix this yet.
Fix what?
I think. Wait, I'm in the wrong. Yeah, here it is. That's why it's not working. We didn't actually add the auth header.
Oh. We got some wonky stuff going on.
Yeah. The add auth header is only being called here. Yeah, we're going to want that to work different.
Yes, ideally that would be at a higher level, right? So it's...
Yeah, I mean, we can just put it on that. On here.
Okay.
But is that even right? I don't know.
Yeah.
So now on the homepage it's working. Said log in, figured it out, got the profile. All right, so now I can remove that from the profile. But I don't, like, I probably am going to end up refactoring this at some point. I'm not crazy about it having to be on the layout. I'd like it to be more global than that. Because what if you have multiple layouts, then are you having to copy this around?
Right. Yeah, I think ideally our the headless framework would allow you to hook in and add your own middleware.
Yeah.
To Apollo, right? Then stuff like this we wouldn't have to do. We could just say, here's an extra middleware for you to use when you fire the query. And
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the framework needs to allow for the client to be extended. Like I can get the client and do this, but then I'm having to like manage it myself on when I actually do it. Where's the app level? And I think that Will and I tried to do this from the app level and it didn't work. So we had to add this code in here to get the client and set it in our services so that they can make their calls. But really what we should do is probably should do it here. Let me see if this, I don't know if this will work, but it seems to work. So I like that better. Now it's in the app.
Okay. What if you remove it from profile as well?
Yeah, I think I removed it. Maybe not. Yeah, I did.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, if that works.
All right, cool. Yeah, now I don't need any of this stuff. So that's nice. Okay, that's cleaner. I'm okay with this. Let's get rid of some of these console.logs. Whoops. Whoa. Let's get rid of some of these. I'm going to keep logging this error. I probably don't want to leave that in there forever, but just so if we see any issues that we might have. Okay, cool. So now it says profile once it realizes that we're logged in. So that's awesome. I want it to be emojis though. I was working with Fran today and I told him about this site and he loved it. So emoji copy, I use this all the time to like find emojis.
Yeah, so, I use a similar one, emoji finder, I think it's called.
Oh yeah. So I just come in here and I'm like, all right.
Did you click to the copy? Yeah.
Yeah, you can click a bunch of them and then, but I just need one. Then you click copy and I got it. So now what I want to do is instead of having these words up here in this button, I'm just going to make it an emoji.
So which the like profile and some of those buttons?
I was going to use the lock for login, but maybe I'll leave the button for login. What can you use for profile though?
Yeah, nothing Nothing good, just like a document or something generic.
I was thinking like a little user, but then
Like account. What icon says account?
yeah,
Like a gear, or I don't know.
a scroll. Oh, it literally is a scroll.
Yeah.
That's funny. That was like a resume receipt.
Well, why do you want to do emojis, for the look or for like the brevity?
The brevity mainly.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking for accessibility, you would want the like
Well, don't
icon
you?
accompanied by some text.
Yeah, we can use alt text for that. Does that work for screen readers? I think.
It does, yeah. Well, even outside of blind users though, like if somebody just looks at an icon, it looks like a piece of paper, they might not look at that and go, oh, of course that's the user profile.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a.
Right. So
I'm just
just
gonna use a smiley face.
for that reason.
I'm just gonna use a regular one.
I have a nice little emoji React component. I'll shoot over.
Oh yeah. What does it do?
It just adds the accessibility stuff for you. So you give it an icon and then some human readable thing, and then adds the like ARIA attribute. Just a simple little one.
All right. So in the nav, instead of profile, we put that in there. No, we don't do link button though. Hey. Gotta love emojis.
There, I stuck my component in Slack if you want it.
All right.
If you don't add some of these attributes, the ARIA label and ARIA hidden ones, then React will yell at you in the dev tools. So this is JavaScript. Red alert. We might have to add our types in there.
Oh no. Not cool, man.
Red alert. Red alert.
Not cool.
I think we'll be okay. It accepts 2 strings, so we can handle that.
You think it's safe?
I think so. We can port it over with confidence.
Oh, you use styled components though. Like, are you actually using this though?
Yeah. No, you can see the little one-liner. All I have is font style normal.
Oh, I see.
So you strip that out. Yeah, we don't. So the reason I was using that is because I had the site I built, I had some text that was, if the text was in italics and I had an emoji somewhere within it, it was making the emoji slanted. It was applying the italics to it as well. So my emojis looked like squished and slanted. So I was like, this is no good. So I added that little one-liner just to say, even if the text is italic, this emoji itself just render like normally.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that's the only reason I had that thing in there.
But I can just do. Wait, I can't do it like that though, right?
I mean, do we even care about that? Like, are we going to have emojis inside of italic text?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
All right.
I don't know.
I'd probably leave it until, and then where it says styled span, you just do span. Yeah.
Use a span.
Yeah, that should do it. And then I don't know what you want to do for class name there. I just have emoji, but you do whatever.
Oh, class name. I mean, I don't need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So then I use this instead of just throwing an emoji in here.
Yeah. So you do, so symbol equals, and then just the emoji itself. Yeah. And then label equals whatever human readable. There we go.
All right.
Sweet.
And it looks like it is working. Let's see.
All right.
Now we have our label. Sweet.
What do you think about something we could throw on there is title equals profile. So if somebody hovers, it'd say title.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, what about that?
There we go. Boom.
Profile.
Needs to be slightly bigger too. Like I need to be able to pass in a font size.
Yeah, the way it is now, I would just like obey.
How do you do?
The parent.
I haven't done a style in here for so long.
Oh, it's just equals and then double curlies.
Yeah.
Yep, like that.
Then,
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then any styles, you just have to do camel case. Yeah.
Oh. I want it to be, actually want it to be a string. Make it one.
Do I need some units on there though? Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now we're, oh wow, I got a lot smaller. Maybe our default should be. I like that size. It seems like it's making the thing a little too big though.
Right. I would probably not do the style or the size here, you know. I would probably just make it so that the span has to conform to like whatever its parent has. Right. Because if you had some paragraph text and there was an emoji in the middle of it, you would want the emoji to just conform to like whatever the paragraph size.
Yeah, I guess it should just be inherit. Unless you override it, which I'm going to do here. Oh yeah, this should be optional. Optional. But now I'm going to do 2.5 rem. Boom. Okay, cool. One thing that's bothering me is this thing's so big. Is this the stream where I just do CSS changes the whole time?
It's not bad. I don't think it's
this. I don't like how tall this is. The toggle. And have you ever seen some of those toggles that has like the little moon and the sun in them?
I have, yeah. Yeah, overreacted.io.
Oh yeah.
Dan Abramoff, he's got one of those. Yeah, I think his is like that. .io. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That one.
Let's steal it. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, this is a Gatsby
I'm sure that
site.
Dan stole this from somewhere too. So
yeah, this is a Gatsby site, and I've seen that on other sites. I bet this is like some Gatsby starter that ships with that little toggle.
Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of CSS of this, isn't there? And an image. Yuck. Although it's pretty small. Oh no, it's huge. Okay. That little dot goes a long way. It's base64 encoded, which is nice, but I'm trying to decide. if this is worth me copying.
I think the probably bigger fish to fry than that.
I could just copy this image. I like the size of it though. Let me first start with the size. Let's go to the toggle.
Jason Ball is on the stream. He wants to know, is there a mullet emoji that we could use?
Oh, we need one.
I have never seen one, but might need that.
We need the Jamstack mullet.
Yep.
If you haven't seen the Jamstack mullet, go watch Jason's video from the Gatsby talk. Gatsby Conf back in February or March. What? All right, what am I doing?
So I think I need the origin story on Follow a Dev. How did we come up with this project?
I needed something to build for live streaming.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And I was like, when I first started like doing the whole Twitter thing, I was like, I don't know who to follow. And I'm just like searching Twitter, trying to find people to follow. I didn't have any like good place to go find like good people to follow. So that's why I kind of thought it'd be a easy little site to build.
Yeah. Nice.
But no, like we're just messing around, adding features or whatnot. Like there's
no rules.
Yeah. Needed something to build, man.
Yep. Those are the best projects.
It's always better to have like a purpose, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. The best projects are you're hacking away on something you enjoy, no budget, no time constraints, no like guardrails for what you're allowed to do or not to do. Those are the best.
Yes. Yeah. Like we're literally just hacking away, messing with stuff. So this says that the height is 60. Where is that coming from?
I kind of like that smiley face. It's fun. Fun little flair.
Yeah, I've been trying to do the whole thing with no images too. So not part of it. But the height says 34. Oh, it is approximately. Okay. So I can just make it a little shorter. Wait, why is that happening? When I hit tab, I go to or alt tab. It's taking me to this tab instead of. How did I even make that happen? That's awesome. How did I do it though? Or did he do it? I've never seen that. When I do alt tab, it's going to a different tab instead of a different window. I didn't even know that was possible. Okay. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We're done. Oh, that's so annoying though. Every time I go back to that window, it puts the other tab. Okay, not in. All right, height 25. Border radius. Is this calling it? I didn't do anything. I guess I got to make the little thing in the middle smaller. Now this is going to need to be, I have no idea. Let's go with 15. Too small. I like that it animated though. That's cool. Too big. That's relatively close, but not quite.
I thought it was fine to begin with. Why don't you want it to be?
It was too big.
I think a designer might disagree. This site, a designer would say that having extra breathing room around elements is a good thing, extra padding and so on. But what we have right now on this site is like things are very close to
tight.
each other. They're very tight. Yeah. So I think by the time you added in that breathing room, like if you added the padding to all these elements, that slider wouldn't be.
Well, see, Dan
Wouldn't look
disagrees.
that
Look how
big.
small his is.
Ours is skinnier than that now, though.
Is it?
I think so.
Let's see. His is 24. Ours
And what's
is
ours?
ours is something close to that. It's 25.
25.
But his little his little circle thing is actually bigger than the actual.
All right. Yeah.
Or whenever it's highlighted, anyways, it is.
Yeah.
Barely fits in there.
Yeah. And I think it looks taller because it's not as long. I think that's the other thing, because ours is so
Ours is too long.
Long horizontally that it looks.
So let's
skinny.
bring this down to like 50. There. I don't know. I like that, but now I need it centered vertically, which, that is something I never remember. Because this is probably has display block. All right. I won't worry about that for now.
All this stuff that's in the header, does that all, like, are we using Flexbox for any of this? Like the buttons,
I think the nav,
the emoji, the slider.
I believe the nav is in Flexbox. Let's see. The nav is, let's see, the logo is Flex. Flex 1. Yeah, the container is Flexbox, yes.
All right. Yeah, it seems like the easiest way to do the horizontal setting, I think, would be to, if you have it inside of a Flex container and you do align items equals center, then it would just tell the items to float in the center.
Oh, genius you are. Genius. You can follow this genius at Kellen Mace on Twitter.
Follow me.
Follow Kellen Mace.
I'm not super strong in CSS either. There are some wizards out there who just,
yeah, they're just ridiculous.
Sling complex layouts in their sleep.
This
and I'm like, actually, I can get there, but it requires trial and error,
Yeah. The emoji isn't centered. It is at the bottom.
Is it bigger than?
I'm guessing because it's just in that span.
Container.
The follow dev is centered. So the logo is. Ow. Sorry. That was probably loud.
It's all right.
Let's see. Follow dev. Okay, it's in a span. But it's in style.logo. That just means that's just doing Flex 1. I don't want to do that for the profile button though. Yeah, anyways, I'm not going to worry about that right now. All right, now I have the profile thing. I think I want it to be the little lock whenever you're not logged in though. Lock and key. I got to figure out how that tab ended up. And I got to close it because it's driving me. I want to know how. Wait, now the emoji copy one is up here. What is going on? have never seen that happen. Always on a live stream, you learn new things. I mean, really, it's login. So. All right. Can't really tell if that worked, but feel pretty good about it. Oh, but I don't need this link button anymore. And then submit a dev. It's a long box. But see how it does this on mobile? Looks terrible.
Yeah.
It wraps.
So what's the plan?
What's a good way to let people add one? I mean, I can make that an emoji too.
What?
I can make that an emoji too.
Just a plus.
Just a plus. Plus one. The plus one.
Yeah. That would work. Yeah, there are lots of options here, right? Like the material design crowd would do like the floating action button, that Google has on a lot of theirs. So you do one of those, it floats in the lower right with a plus or something.
Oh yeah. Right.
Or you could do I don't know, if you're gonna reduce it to an icon there though, why not just have the plus emoji in the header?
Yeah, just have plus one. Or plus.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, other option would be what I've done on some sites on mobile is just not display the title. Because you figure if I'm on mobile and I've gone to follow a .dev, I know what site I'm on. I don't need the header to say follow a .dev. So what you could do is just hide that. Yeah, what you could do is just on mobile hide that and have the header be only the buttons.
True.
I've done that on sites before.
Yeah, that's true. I can do that. Let's do that.
Or fall back to just an icon. I've done stuff like that too, where instead of the text, once it gets to mobile, then you just swap it out with just a tiny little icon in the corner in place of the title.
Right. Yeah. If I had an icon, anybody wants to design an icon for follow dev, go for it. Let's see here. So I would need to do @media something. Oh man, I can never remember this. Oh.
Yeah, you can do min width.
Do you know it?
Yeah, there you go.
@media.
Yeah, and some of that you could even skip because we don't care about, like, we're not gonna have separate print styles or anything. So you could just do @media and skip the next 3 words. You don't even need screen.
You can just do @media.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, because we don't care about having separate styles for printed documents versus screen. Right.
All right. So we're good on here. Then we go down. Boom. Beautiful. But I want it to push over, so I need to make the link button be a probably should make that a variable too. Whoa, that's not exactly what I was going for. That's not at all what I was going for. It needs to be in a container. I could do what is it, like space between or something? Flex. How do you do the space between on the items?
Yeah. So is justify dash content. There you go. Yeah. Space between. Yeah.
There we go. Sort of. I guess that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. You probably want the smiley and the toggle together.
Yeah, I do.
Right.
I do.
Something
That means
like
I need
that.
to wrap all of this into some type of other container. Shouldn't need to, though.
There might be an easier way. I actually really like this blog post.
I mean, I can definitely just move these over, I guess.
Yeah, you could do. So check this out. I'll send you a link in Slack. This is super simple blog post by Chris Coyer on CSS Tricks, but I really like it.
Yeah.
We're doing exactly what we're doing here, where you can just, you can see he's doing what we're doing, where you use justify content space between, and then the very next line, he just specifies the width. So I think we can do something similar for us. We can just specify like a % width for some of them, and then the rest would just flex the space in between them.
Let's grid thirds.
So, but yeah, I know for us it was stretching the button itself.
Right.
So
because it wasn't in a container.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I
you
can
could wrap the button in a div.
I can wrap the button. Yeah, I can do like.
Yeah. So then it would, so the flex item would become a div then instead of the.
Right. So I can do this, and this will be.
Yeah, I'm rethinking this now.
Oops, class name.
We could do this, or we could throw on some right margin. You know.
Would that work in a Flexbox? I mean, I can add margin, yes, but I don't know how long I don't know what it would be.
Yeah, it's tough to do that responsive though, because you would want it to have like no margin if it's a tiny device, but more margin if it's large.
There we go. That worked.
That looks nice, yeah.
Yeah, and then over here, when it's not, I only want this to happen. Let me put this back in this other media one. There we go. Yeah, that works. CSS. All right. Another thing's bothering me is this tiny little gap right here that's just totally unnecessary. Like it's right there. What is that? Oh, it's the padding top. Isn't that how Twitter looks? I was trying to copy Twitter. That's what this is supposed to look like. Sort of like this. There's a tiny gap there, but not up here.
Who's this guy tweeting every 10 minutes?
I was like, hey, look, it's Kellen.
Here I am.
In case you guys didn't know, we're live right now.
This is meta. We're on a live stream, viewing tweets about the live stream that we're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Alex. He just started at WP Engine. He was at Gatsby.
Shout out to Alex.
Go follow him. All right, let's see. I am going to get rid of that. I like it better with no space. All right, now we need to actually add some functionality. So we did do the thing where we now have a hook that knows if we're logged in, and now the nav bar is subscribing to logged in, and that's how we're deciding which emoji to show up there. So that's cool. What should we do now? What do you want to do? We can do anything we want. What should we do? I'm going to use this mobile width on my nav bar here. Is it? I don't think this works. I think this is an error. Yeah, I busted it. You can't use variables up here. I forgot about that. I forget the reasoning for it, but you can't use variables in your media queries. Now, where did I add that? 1EM. So what do you want to do? Anybody have any suggestions? What we should do next?
Yeah, what do we got? So Dominique was saying something about a field. So he said he's asking about the way to add fields to a user. But the preferred color is user specific and only relevant to the user itself.
Oh, reset password. Wow. You just want to see me suffer. How would we even do that?
So I've done this in one of my other apps, so we could steal some code from that again.
Do we gotta do any PHP, or is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, because what happens is WordPress generates. It just has a default, boilerplate email that it'll send to somebody with the password reset link in it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you let it do what it typically does, the link that it sends out will point to your WordPress install, right? But if you want a channel, if you want all user interaction to happen on your front end app, then you need to implement a filter to filter that email and say, no, instead, make the link look like this and send it over here so that it points to my front end JavaScript app.
And then is there a mutation you can call for reset password? Or?
Yeah. Fun story. This is a mutation I wrote and contributed to WP GraphQL. Because when I started doing WP GraphQL Headless WordPress stuff, there were mutations already for like login. I could like log in, log out, and get the current user's info, but not do any resets. So I was like, man, we need to add that. So
you did it. You contributed.
I added it in there. Yeah. So 2 mutations actually I contributed. One is called send password reset email.
Mm-hmm.
You call that actually triggers the email to be sent. And then another mutation I added is called, I think it's called reset user password. So that's after they've clicked the link and you actually want to perform part 2, which is perform the reset.
Wait, so these are already in there?
Yep, they exist. Yeah. Yeah. So one's called send
reset user password.
Yep. And the other's called send password reset email.
Send password reset. Contributed by our own Kellen Mace. Awesome.
Woohoo.
All right. So you pass in the email. So we need to do that then. That's cool. So right now it would send an email out and send you to the WordPress site to do your reset.
Right.
Which isn't that bad.
Which works. Like they could, a user could perform a reset there.
Ideally, they don't need to know there's a WordPress.
Right.
Backend. Well, let's start by calling this mutation. And then we'll add the filter. Avoid all PHP until last resort is my motto. Let's see. And we'll have the user come back. Doesn't even matter. Get the ID. All right, we'll call this reset password. We'll pass in the email. Seem good?
Is that looking good, you said?
Yeah, that looks right?
Yeah.
Cool. Dominique,
Yeah.
giving us ideas. We're doing it.
Nice.
That's a good one because I wrote an app one time and I didn't add a reset password, and you know that didn't last long for that to become an issue.
I've done that. I've done that before. Yeah.
The second
and then the
that
emails,
you get real users, you're like, ugh, how do you
right.
not know your password?
I've done that before. And then the email started rolling into me.
Yep.
Like, hey, can you manually reset this? I'm like, this has to stop. This has
That
got to
lasted
stop.
for like a month, and finally I was like, okay, I got to implement this. And the thing is, it was on my own headless CMS I had written. So not only did I have to and on the headless CMS, I had never added reset password. So I had to add it to the CMS, then add it to the app. It was a pain in the butt. But now that CMS has reset password. All right. So we need to add an action to our actors. We'll just add a reset password. And we need to pass in the email. And we're going to actually async. We're going to call our service. We put it in the login one. Login. Wait, where did our registry user go? I only ever moved that one out. Profile. Yeah, I'll add it to the login one. All right. All right, we got our mutation, and now we just need to call it. Copy this one. We just want to pass in email. Boom.
Yeah, it accepts either username or email, which for our app, we were just standardizing on making them both the same.
Yeah, we didn't let them specify that. All right, then I think if there's, how do we do this? Yeah, we did this. So if there are any errors, we just throw a new error and we expect to catch this somewhere else. Then I'm just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna be void. We're just gonna call it, and there's no error. It's good to go. Now in here, we want to call reset password from our login. Oh, we need to do a try catch. Try. I don't have to do anything with that. No, we should. Should probably just return a boolean or something. Yeah, that'll work. All right, I think that's good. Now, if we're on the login page, we want to be able to can't get to the login page because I can't log out. Oh, wait. Now this showed up as a lock. Why did that happen? Oh. Wait. No. Interesting. Our tokens are still here, but now we're in a broken state. What happened? We're back into some situation to where it's not. Yeah, it's no longer sending the token again. How are we ending up in this state? This happened a couple of times.
Dang.
It's got to be happening whenever the refresh token hits. But randomly, like, and it's obviously not random. There's some kind of logic.
So is it like inside of our one Apollo middleware that's responsible for performing the reset? I wonder if
refresh this thing works. Yep. So now it's working. So it does it at some point, but if you're on the site when it expires, you end up in some state where it doesn't add the token correctly.
Yeah. Yeah. So in that middleware,
let's look at that code.
In that middleware, yeah. Do we add?
Let me close all this.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Middleware goes to token refresh link.
Yeah, it would be the actual fetch. Where's the fetch request? Go down.
All right,
here it is. So it's below that. See, here's the fetch. So headers, we don't have it there, but that's actually fine. That actually makes sense because in this case,
this case is okay.
All we care about is a refresh token.
Right.
So that shouldn't matter at all. Now that I think about it. And because our error message says that one field is missing from the user object.
The reason that error message comes through is because there's no authorization header. So since that field in ACF is only there for logged in users, we're not logged in because we didn't pass in a token. That's why it gives us that particular error, but the real error is we just didn't pass in a token.
Which page is that happening on now?
What'll happen anywhere as soon as it starts adding a token. What happened was we sat and did some things, and then I clicked and that token had expired. So then it went through its whole refresh loop, but it didn't actually take hold until I reset oh, that's why. This only ever gets called once. That's what it is. This gets called, creates this, but when this changes, we don't update this auth link. But
we don't. That doesn't. No, you're right. Yeah, because I told you this is wonky. What this should really be a middleware, right? So when Apollo, every single request that goes out, it adds that to the header to guarantee it's always there. But so far, what we've done is just we manually call it. We grab the current client, tack it on, and then return the client at the top of some of our pages. Where is it now in the layout component, I think?
Yeah, that's not the the issue isn't that. The issue is that we call this add auth header once. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Don't we call it once inside of the layout component?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think we're on the same page. So
yeah,
you would just need to call this before every request. So it grabs before it makes any request. It make sure that whatever JWT we have stored, that's the one that is being added.
Right. What I would want to do, the way I thought this worked was that this function gets called on every request. But is that not what's happening?
Set context.
Like, that's what I assumed happened.
Oh yeah, we tried to turn that into an Apollo link, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. So set context creates an Apollo link. But my assumption was that this ran on every request, but it does not seem to be.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I guess confirming that would be pretty quick. All we need to do is pop a console log somewhere in this block in here, right? And just
right, yeah. And then just click
and
around.
just see, like when does it print.
Let's see. All right, so over here. Let's see.
So reload. Then what do we got?
Auth link. Now if I click around, nothing. That's weird that happened there, but it actually did work. Oh, we're in that scenario right now, though.
Yeah, something is called once then, looks like.
Mm-hmm. But that is what's happening here. And now if I refresh, like all this will go away. It'll start working. Auth link, boom. We have the right link. Click here. Oh, well, interesting. As soon as I click on profile, we end up in this state. Or now I'm not logged in again. Does it happen if I click on anything? No? Oh, yeah, there it goes. Why do these others fire? Does this fire all the time? No delete. No. None of these are firing. They're all firing once. But I feel like I just broke something because I was able to click around. Now I can't click around. Yeah, now I can't click around. What did I change that broke?
No. It's those emojis. It's their fault.
Damn emojis. So that worked. I'm here. Click here. Now it's broken. What did I do? What did I do?
Don't know.
I don't think we. I mean, I didn't change anything related to auth before this started happening. Okay, this time it looks fine. Now it's erroring. Okay. I mean, I know why that's not putting the token there, but how are we ending up in a state where that's not happening?
Hmm.
Because right now it's not changing, I don't think. And if it's changing, I guess that would make sense. Is it like changing every time now? Let's see if this token is like different every request. DataOT.
It'll look pretty darn similar.
I know.
Yeah, but it's usually the data on the far right, that ends, because the stuff at the beginning is
UFM. We refresh this page. Oh, that's interesting. The refresh token changed. Oh, now this one changed. Okay. They both changed. All right, nothing. TEPRY. All right, yeah, I gotta watch it again. That's really weird. When I refresh, I get a new refresh token, but not a new access token. Well, that would be the case. All right, so if I click here, the access token did not change. The refresh token did not change, but we're getting our error. And we're not passing it in on the request. Yeah, it's not there. It's just not there. Like, how is that possible? Like, we literally have this here to add it. How is this not running?
I mean, doesn't this add auth header, didn't we confirm that only runs one time?
Yeah.
So that's the whole problem, right? Because you need this add auth header function, you need it to be added to the Apollo client's link chain on every request.
Well, I add it to the client once. I don't want to always add it. Like, I update the client here. Right.
I don't know. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Or do you have to add it every
available application wide, and they're all using the same client, supposedly. I mean, like if I refresh the page, this was working though too. Like, I refresh the page, I'm fine. It's only whenever I navigate.
Yeah.
Navigate, and then we're broken.
So how does something like Express work in terms of middleware? Like, if you
you only add the middleware once, and then it'll run it every time. But you don't want to, if you were to add the middleware over and over
Yeah.
again, you would call the middleware a bunch of times.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
I mean, what
yeah.
you're saying could be. I mean, I see what you're saying, and I see how that looks like it could be.
Because it seems like what's happening to me is like we on the first request we're adding these middlewares to the client, and it actually works. We're able to make an authenticated request, but then maybe that a Paul client instance changes or something about it changes, and then on subsequent requests these middleware aren't being used anymore. How or why that happens, I don't know, but
right.
It seems like that's the case. Like we're adding these, it works for a second, and then not.
I mean, I can take this out. Now it'll always do it. But I feel like that's going to be a problem, but we'll see. Then I click here. Working. It doesn't seem to be making a bunch of unnecessary calls. But there was a reason that we wanted to escape out of this. And I definitely want if the window is... I definitely want that part. I don't want it to run on the server. We're good. Good. We're good. I guess that's fine. I thought we would only need to add it once. Like, why are we having to add it all the time, though? It doesn't seem right.
Yeah. Don't know.
Is there a way to see how many links there are?
Right. Yeah, is there like client.get links or something like that?
There's link and set link, but link is like
Set link.
this quasi array.
All right.
Yeah,
it's like the class that acts like an array or whatever.
Yeah, it's got some stuff that looks sort of like that.
You'll be happy to know in PHP there's something very similar to this. You can create a class and then say that it implements array access. So then, even though it's a class, you can call different functions on it and treat it as though it's an array.
A collection.
Yeah, kind of like a collection.
And the whole point was that I wouldn't think that you need to keep adding it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, shouldn't need to. I don't know.
Why are we needing to?
And that layout component where we're adding this, it never gets re-rendered, right?
I mean, it must be calling this often. Oh, wait, where did it go? Wait, now where are we even doing
it? It's not here.
Wait,
back in app? Oh, you threw it back in app, didn't you?
Oh, did I?
Okay. I think so, on the underscore app.
But we had moved it.
There it is. So is there any kind of funny business going on where like app gets rendered once and this thing gets set. I mean, it should never get rendered again, right?
You wouldn't think. I mean, this has to be getting called multiple times, so. Which
Thinking about like if
it is getting called
multiple times.
Yeah, otherwise like our fix wouldn't have actually fixed it. Right? Yeah, so add up. No, there it goes. Yeah. So
okay. So when you change routes, the whole
app is
tree, the whole component tree gets re-rendered.
Yes, that's what it appears to be. Let's go to the layout.
Is it that lock? Originally we had that lock, right? To say like, has link been added? If so, return false. Did you remove that or is that still there?
Again.
We had implemented that lock called like have links been added equals false or whatever. Is that still there? Remember, because that's the thing, we were implementing a little lock there to ensure that it only happened one time.
Yeah, that's what this was.
Right, that thing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we're not doing that anymore.
So I took that out and then it starts working. So it's like they're needing to get added every time. But if the app does reset, that is true. Like now that it's in the app.
If app is re-rendering,
if the app is being reset for whatever reason, it does need to happen again because that means we probably got a whole new client. But why is the whole app re-rendering? That's the bigger issue, I guess, now, right? It's like the app is re-rendering, but the state of that, like the whole thing isn't re-rendering because that auth added was equal to true still, and it wasn't adding those in.
Yeah.
But why is the whole tree re-rendering though?
Like, does Next.js re-render this app component if there's state, in that somewhere that updates?
It must be like,
because we call a few things like inside of that app. We call like set auth header and then use user or whatever it is. So one of those things must be modifying some state, and then React sees that, oh, the state inside of the app component has changed. I better re-render it.
I don't know why I'm on the page, why the app would ever be re-rendered like completely. Not sure what's triggering the re-render. Well, I guess it has to though, because next is changing the route. But I don't, even then, like, let's just say that it is re-rendering. Who cares? This user-poly client should be giving me the same client back where the headers were already added.
Yeah. Right. I don't know. This whole thing is kind of strange because we're doing things at a lower level than we really should be, I feel like, right? It should be like where the framework is, where it's actually instantiating the client and then adding the middleware and so on.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we should be hooking in and like adding our middleware.
Right.
But instead, it's like we don't have access to that. So we're doing some workarounds.
Yeah, I guess somehow we're getting the wrong client, but okay. Or a different client. This must be sending back like a different client each. I don't know. It might be a framework thing. I'll have to look into it. All right. Anyways, what we're doing, reset password. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're going to leave this as is, but something is not right. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah. So you started adding some new stuff to the Tate's code.
right. So I added a action that we can call to reset password. So
reset.
this is what we want to call from wherever we're going to reset password.
And don't we need a second one for sending the password reset email?
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah. Yeah. So you have one mutation that fires off the email.
Well, this one sends the email.
And then they have to click. Oh, okay. So I would rename it, like instead of reset password, I would just rename it to send password reset email.
What do you mean?
Just right now, you've just named your operation right here. You've just named it reset password, but really it doesn't reset the password. All it does is send a password reset email.
Right. Okay. But what's what else do I have to do to reset it?
The other one, the second mutation is called reset user. Yeah, that one.
And this is where you take in the.
Yeah. So if you look at the input args, you'll see why we can't just call this straight away. It's because you have to have a unique key. You have to have the user's login as well as a unique one-time key.
Gotcha. And that comes in the reset password email?
Yep.
Okay, but for now, we were just saying we were going to let WordPress do the reset password.
Oh, do you want to do that way? I mean,
but
well, if we're doing it that way, we don't have to do anything. All you do is you can just have a link. You can just say reset your password. Here's a link, and it'll send you to the WordPress.
They got to get the email
admin screen where you can do a. Yeah, but that screen would allow them to like click a button that would send them the email.
Well,
click the link in the email.
So I guess what I'm doing is
back to the admin.
But I'm letting you click the reset password from the app. It's just when you get the email, you'll go reset it on WordPress.
Yeah.
Right? Is that?
We could do it that way. Seems like a not great experience.
Well, I mean, sending them to WordPress at all is not great.
Right. Well, why not do it all on our front end?
Yeah, we can do it all on the front end. All right, but we got to write a something to intercept the.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, you have some of that code?
I do. I have that code.
Let's do it.
As well as.
All right, so I need to switch this back over to follow it dev local so I can edit this. Oh, yeah. Where is this? Local sites follow dev. All right, so we can do it in here. Did you send me something?
No. But I can.
Send me something.
Incoming.
All right, let's see what you gave me here.
Yep.
Copy this. All right, what does it do? Walk me through it.
All right. Yep. So you can see a couple hooks are registered. So we can walk through each function here, or each method rather. So the one called modify email from address, we don't necessarily need, but I like it. Instead of it, the email coming from WordPress at blah, blah, blah. Instead, I send it as info at domain. So you can take that or leave it, whatever you want.
Sure, I'll take it.
All right. that way it's a little more disconnected, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
if somebody's using your front end app and they don't know, they have no idea that the backend is WordPress, and they get an email that says it's from WordPress at
Right.
mycoolapp.com. And to me, it's a little disjointed. So I like info.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, Git Site Name, is just a helper function for getting the site name. Modify email reset subject on line 45.
Okay.
That one,
So
yeah, that just sets
site
the
name.
subject line.
All right.
Sorry, the formatting is a little wonky here, but line 49, reset password, reset message. This one's the important one. You can see.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just doing some custom stuff here. I'm just setting the message to whatever I want to say. And then line 53 is crucial. That's the one that says get the set password URL.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the helper function right below it that takes in like whatever the string is, the user's login,
So
and whether
this
or not it's a
expects
new
this to be
account.
set.
What's that?
This expects this to be set here.
Yeah. So in this project, I just had a constant called front end app URL, and that's how my backend WordPress site knows, where the front end is on the web.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, like we just grab that from somewhere else, just so it knows how to build this link. And then you see the URL that it actually builds up is just whatever the front end is URL is / reset password with a few query string args tacked onto it.
Yeah, let me open. I think that we have that somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's WordPress WP headless URL. So we can use this one instead. All right, so instead of front end app URL, I can just use where is this coming from?
Yeah, and pop it in, replace it there too, both places. So we're saying, is it defined? If so, use it. Otherwise, empty string,
right?
Which would make it like a broken, bogus URL because there's no domain, but
right, yeah.
Whatever. We just fall back to something if it's not defined instead of trying to access it.
Gotcha.
And then, otherwise the rest of this should all work. You can change the wording if you want. Let's glance through that wording real quick on line 49-ish. Yeah, that message. So it'll say a password reset has been requested for the following site name, account, and then it'll say their email. If you did not request it, you can ignore. You can request your reset your password here, : and then the URL. So do we have our site name set like in WordPress? If you go to like settings, general, do we have a site name set there?
Probably not.
That's where it pulls this from. Yeah, so that's what our email would say, the top line right there.
That.
Yeah.
Title is site name.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So it'll say that. That's for my local one. I need to make sure on the live one though. That is not correct. Oh, how are they doing that? Yeah. All right, cool. So now that'll use that.
And since you're doing this on your local, we can actually test this using Mailhog or Mailcatcher, whatever it's called these days, which local by Flywheel comes with that. So like any outgoing emails will catch that, and let you view it, and you can click the link right from there.
So I need to get rid of this, right?
Right. Yeah. So whatever, let's change that namespace to whatever ours is called. Like dev. There you go. And this. So leave the WP user, leave that, but the second use statement we can remove.
I don't need this hookable thing.
Correct. Yep. There we go.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good. How about this the very last method? So go to the bottom of this file. This is the new user notification email. So if we care about this,
Do that.
go to the very bottom, the method at the bottom. This is the new user notification email. So when somebody registers as a new user on the site,
I like that.
you know, WordPress shoots them an email with the URL to the back one. So instead, you know, I have this custom one.
Yeah. I like that.
So this will say, welcome, you successfully signed up for a follow.dev account. You can set a password and sign into your new account here. And then it sends.
Wait, do they need to set a password though?
So yeah, so this is something we need to think through then. So for my app, what I was saying is they just entered a few fields like what's your on the registration form, they'd enter name, whatever else, and it'd say, great, check your email for a link, and you can click it and then choose a password. And that's when I actually
we let them choose a password right away, so we can just say
okay.
We can just say
we don't need that.
We don't need this line.
So really, what our app should do is prevent those emails. So I could hunt that down. I could figure out what hook, WordPress fires.
What do you mean? Like don't send this email?
Right.
I'm fine sending the email, just saying thanks for registering. Like,
well, it'll point people to the WordPress backend though.
Where?
So I guess we just need to reword it. Yeah, that's all we need to do. Yeah. So instead of
I don't need
see how we're saying like click a link here. We just need to reword it to not include a link.
Right. I just took it out. And that's right.
Well, we don't need any URL now.
Oh, there's URL, yeah.
Yeah, they don't need that. And then I would say for the subject line, instead of like follow.dev sign up, I'd probably just say like welcome to or whatever.
Oh yeah. I'll just say welcome. Or
exclamation point.
I'll just say that registration is successful.
There you go. Yeah, I like that.
Cool. All right.
Okay. That all looks good. Oh, actually, we're calling a function unnecessarily, I guess. So we're calling a get password reset key right there, but never using the key. Do we use that site name we use, right? Yeah. Okay. Yep, we're good now.
This is creating the URL. Oh, wait, this is wrong though.
Yeah, so we'll have to create a route in our front end app called set-password.
Right. Oh, and then this gives you the key in that thing. Okay.
Yes.
I'll just do it to
So I use an npm package just called query string that just lets you, grab those. But next might have something built in. I don't know.
Yeah, you can grab stuff off of the router. All right. So this looks good, right? So now I need to go over here.
Yep.
I need to include this file.
And then instantiate it. Yeah, you got it.
I just want to call this different. Name it the same thing. All right, and then I can do same thing. Am I good?
Yeah, as long as that's correct spelling, I think you're good.
Good to go. I'm just gonna trust that this works, and I'm gonna.
I would just reload like any page in the WordPress admin. Just make sure you don't get a 500 error or something critical. Like as long as it reloads, then.
All right. No error.
Yeah, looking good.
That's good. Since I don't have my local set up all the way, I'm just gonna upload this thing.
Okay.
To our site. Like cross our fingers and hope it works. right, cool. So that's on here now. I need to copy that code over to the repo as well. All right, so now what we need is somewhere to reset your password. Let me log out. All right, so register, and then we also can just have a reset password button or link. All right, so I'm gonna send that to a route all/send reset. That URL will just let you put your email address in and reset your password.
All right.
All right, we're gonna just copy this thing. All right, so we need email. We don't need password. Error's fine. I don't think I need the router. No. I need that. All right. Login. No, we want I actually don't want to name it that anymore since this is just the this only sends the email, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll need to do both.
Right, yeah.
So you might want to leave that and just pop a new one in.
Reset link, blah, 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 blah. I think that's. I want this to be reset.
Or what about send reset link? That'll keep it consistent with all the other, with like your Tate's code.
Go.
Yeah, like that. That looks good.
All right, and now over here we call send reset link, pass in the email.
Yeah.
Perfect. We need a success message.
So if you're gonna test this on production, like you'll just send emails to your actual, WPE email.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to log in with, or just use an email that actually exists.
Yeah. Otherwise, like I said, if you're doing it locally, then local Flywheel can catch those emails, and then you just click the link from there.
Oh, that's cool.
You don't have to actually send a true, legit email.
Right. All right, I don't need this password field. All right, then I need to let them get back to the login page if they're accidentally clicked this. All right, let's see.
Are we not exporting that component? Yeah, like the gray in your editor there. There, yeah, okay.
And to be consistent, I will do that.
Send reset link.
I didn't give me a, there's no break there. That's weird. Whoops. All right. Cool.
Wait.
Cool. I want 2 breaks though.
BRBR.
Oh, right.
Nice.
Now I need to see if I actually have a user that.
Now everybody on the live stream gets to creep on your emails.
Oh yeah. Whoops.
See your inbox. Or you open it to the side or whatever you want.
But the username is follow a dev. Like my username doesn't match.
I mean, the browser, you'd fail the browser's validation, wouldn't you? Because this should be input type equals email.
Oh yeah. Should be. But for now, it's
you could fake it and just say type equals text though.
Hey, it came. I got an email.
Shazam. How's it look? The body of it says what it should.
The password link is actually not right.
What does it say?
So it did that, but then the link is actually still followdev.wpengine.com.
Okay. I was wondering, so when you copied that constant, it said Headless WordPress URL or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, like,
oh, did I grab the wrong one?
That seems like that sounds to me like the link to the back end, doesn't it? Because that's the Headless WordPress back email or whatever URL. Is there another constant?
Yeah, there's definitely
for the front, maybe.
Blah, blah. I said headless URL. I thought that would be.
Wait, no, this isn't. Look what it's setting it to, though. It's setting it to plugin directory URL and then passing in the current file. So it's basically getting the URL to where this file right here lives. So we don't want that. We want some constant that points to our decoupled JS front end.
Yeah, that's not the right one.
So it's none of those.
It's in. Here's where let's see. Headless settings. Settings field.
Is it stored in the WordPress database?
It's
maybe?
It's on an option or something.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out where that is so I can.
So it's the WP_headless. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm trying to see where it gets saved, and then we can grab it off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, is there a
Run in
little helper?
URI. That's it.
Run in URI. Is there a little helper function in here anywhere for grabbing what that is? Or should we just call WordPress's like get
I think
option?
that's how it works. If you go, yeah, these are the fields that it's registering. So we should be able to just grab the settings field and it's front end -URI. How do you do that? Do you know?
WordPress just has a function called get_option.
Okay.
You can pass in that key. I was just asking if there's another if there's a helper function somewhere in there
to grab it
that does that for you. But either way,
yeah, we would be in here. We would be able to tell in here. Let me see.
So you probably search. Oh, there, line 26. Isn't that it? Git setting, WP headless git setting.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one we want.
Sweet. So as long as it functions not in a namespace or something.
Yeah, it looks like it's just the URI. So
beautiful. Right. Round 2.
Yeah, let's see. Add this here.
Yeah, so wherever that constant was,
yeah,
there it is. Yeah, so we can, instead of my, turn area right there, we could probably just assume that it's set.
Yeah, right? We're just gonna say like it needs to be there. I guess for consistency, should I just change this to URI?
Yeah, sure.
And that's the only spot, right?
Yeah. But then on the next, on 63, then we start calling it URL again. So I don't know, whatever you want to do.
Well, yeah, but
that's after we've built up. Yeah.
That's fine. All right.
I still don't understand the difference. Universal resource identifier is one, and then a specific version of identifier is a location, isn't it?
Right.
But I kind of use them interchangeably, though. I don't know.
I think most people do. All right. So now I need to push this back out. Where am I? What am I doing? All right. All right. So now we go back over here. We send it. Oh, beautiful. Check it out. Follow a dev /auth/reset password.
Boom. There it is.
All right. So now we need to implement that page. Oh, wait, we need to get a success message here too. Let me do that. I need to copy that code over as well.
And then we of course have to make a decision here about if let me think about this. Yeah, if the user doesn't exist, right? So you always have to make a decision about like if someone enters their email, we fire this off and we find that user doesn't exist. You can state that. You can say no user with this email address exists. But some people who are, want the tightest security possible would say that you shouldn't even say that, right? Because then you're letting the public know who is and is not registered on the site.
Exactly.
So yeah, so what I fall back to sometimes is just saying just telling them a success message, even if it's a lie, you know.
Yeah.
I just like fire off the mutation and say, great, your password reset is in your email.
She's saying don't show the error. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if there's some spammer, they don't own that email, then too
Yeah,
bad.
but if there is a real error, we won't know. But if we
what do
actually
you mean?
broke our
We won't
code,
know.
like for whatever reason, we munged the mutation, we wouldn't know that there's an error, but we can figure it out. But I think that's the right approach.
Yeah.
Was it styles that? This? Yes, it is. Email has been sent. All right. So now over here. We're not even worried about this error anymore then. We're not going to set an error. We're just going to catch it and... Oh, we want to know if this errors though. All right, let's see. Yay. And password. That's not right.
And password.
All right, cool. All right, so that's good. I feel good about that one. I've done a lot of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and check this in.
So that transform error function, it looks like you're not using here.
Not using anymore.
Everyone's favorite function.
I love it. It's great.
We're getting some compliments rolling in on your sweet Nintendo 64 t-shirt.
Thanks. What a great platform. Mario 64, man. Crushed that thing. Crushed it. All right, cool. So now we just need to reset password. This is actually useful because people need this. I'm glad we did it. Good call, Dominique.
Yep.
Now I can copy this into all of my future projects. So for the reset password, you just pass in the key and the new password and that's it?
Let me take a look. Reset password. It takes key, login, and password.
What's login? Oh, the login is the thing that gets passed over. Oh, that's the login name. Yeah. So
yeah, that's one of the two things that you get as a query string parameter.
Right.
You get key
so I don't
and login.
Need to. I don't need to ask them for it. All I need from them is a new password.
Yep. Yeah, you can just grab that from the query string params. Yeah, so all they provide is the password. And they probably want a second field to confirm it.
So I know what did you say?
Oh, you're saying like a password field and then a second one to confirm it.
Right, yeah. Right. All right, yes, I don't need to do the email. I do want, so on register, I had this confirm password thing. I need to extract that out probably, but. Confirm password. How do I confirm password? Don't need the email. Down here, instead of update profile, I'm just gonna do same as this one. Do set confirm password. And then I need the validation. Validate passwords. If not, password is not equal to confirm password. They don't match. We return false. If password length is not long enough, we tell them that. Cool.
You have to push the A key at least 8 times. Then it's secure.
At least. Yes.
Push it 7, it's not.
I guess that works.
We got real robust security here.
Yeah.
I built one app and I was thinking about using that password strength library that Dropbox open sourced. That's what WordPress itself uses. Like if somebody's setting a new password, it uses Dropbox's library to figure to estimate how strong it is based on length and
that's cool.
Amount of characters or whatever. So it gives you a nice little weak, medium, strong indicator.
Right.
So which is nice for user feedback, just so they can see how strong it is. But I was even from one of my apps thinking about using that for the front end, client password strength stuff. I was saying, so the app would just basically say, if it's not at least a moderate, then don't allow it.
Right. This is all I need, right? But I want, I want to put the key. Is this what's the type on that?
They're all strings.
Java string.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do that all the time. Hit save on here. All right, so that's my reset password. Boom. Okay. So this needs to take the key, login, and password. All right.
Good.
Seems right. And then on my actor, I need to call that too, which this is going to take the same thing. Cool. I think that's all I need, but I want to. They're going to get sent to the login page. I need to pull this off the router though. I have the router.
Yeah.
The passwords. Am I using this router anywhere? Where is this being used? Oh, I need to push too. Yeah, I'm gonna push them to login though.
Yeah, so it looks like we can do use router and then just router.query will give us the caching params.
Yeah, I have the router, so now I just need to do router.query key.
Yeah. Or you could probably just do dot syntax too. Just dot key and dot login. Because it's an object. Either way though.
I don't know if, yeah, I'm not sure if it's query any. It's parse URL. I don't know if it's gonna let me. Okay, cool. Wasn't sure if TypeScript was gonna scream at me or not.
Right.
Okay, nothing. Not yeah. So it can be an array of strings. All right. I feel like I did a lot of things and this probably isn't right.
Is that, yeah.
So if there's an error, it's going to set the error. Set loading defaults. If it's true, I mean, if it's successful, we're going to just redirect you to go log in with your new password.
Right. Yeah, ideally we'd show some success message too.
Well, if we navigate away.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a little, on a production app, it would be a little disjointed, right? If somebody fills out the password reset thing, hits a button, and they're like, whoa, now I shot over to Lotto.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Whoa, what happened to you? I lost your...
Yeah, I don't know. Power?
Video.
Power went out. Hang on here.
Oh, your power went out. Yeah, because you sound like you're on a different mic now. All right. Yeah, I agree with that. I shall add a success message. All right, I'll show that for a minute, and then I'll automatically move you over to log in. Your power went out?
It's weird.
But you didn't lose internet?
Right. Yeah, it must be. Power must still be on downstairs.
You must, maybe a breaker flipped.
Right. It's hard to imagine. I'm not running anything heavy duty.
You got that new webcam, man. It's just drawing so much power off of your
Sucking
USB.
up all that power.
It's just crushing it.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like this outlet isn't outputting power anymore. Just decided to quit. But the rest of the house apparently has it still. So
what I'm doing now
maybe a
is
breaker.
I'm going to show a success message.
Do a timeout, yeah.
Yeah, and then redirect after 3 seconds. Seem good?
Yep, I think so.
So we reset our password, then after 3 seconds, we're good. Yeah, Fran, he needs that Tesla wall, right? I tried to get one after the whole ridiculous ice storm we had here in Austin. And I think they're so backed up, nobody ever even contacted me. I think everybody had the same idea. They're like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. Because so far it's been about 15K worth of damage.
Ouch.
It's still not fixed. All right. I think this is right, but I mean, seems wrong. Oh wait, I don't need these links. All right, cool. I think this works. All right, so now if I click this, or if I go to this URL, app,
Drum roll.
and that would be because we're not running the app.
Oh. That explains it. You're just building up the suspense.
Internal server error. Wow, that's impressive. However that happened.
Ouch.
Unexpected.
Curly brace.
But what is it even calling, though? I mean, nothing should have been called here. The whole thing is crashed. Cannot run.
Can Next not even build the app right now or something?
I built it, but then when it ran it, you're getting this GraphQL error.
Does that call stack give us any info? Like if you go down far enough, does it? Oh, app.js line.
Where?
Underscore app.js.
But we didn't. What did I mess up? What did I do? This looks wrong, but it shouldn't be calling this. And that was wrong, but that's surprising that that would error right there. So yeah, we're not calling it.
Right. We're live.
This is fine because we're not logged in anymore, so that's expected. Although I'd rather it not. But for now, while we're in dev mode, I'm gonna let this fly because whatever. It's weird. I'm getting this 2 of them though, and that is a little surprising. Let me look at the network. That makes sense. I'm kind of like curious how that got through an error by having this reset password thing wrong. Like, why is it trying to compile that? Oh, GQL must just be failing. Okay. Like, this actual function is failing. Got it.
Oh.
I was like, wait, we're not calling this. How does it know yet? But it's trying to compile the GraphQL because that's how that function works. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Now
it's out of EST.
Yeah, I was like, wait, is reset password just getting called random? But it's not. Oh shoot, that was. All right, so now I should be able to go over here and then go to the URL that I got in the email. And there we are. Then we can do, oh, I don't actually want to reset my, I don't know what it is.
Dude, I told you it's easier locally. You can just fake it. But yeah, you could probably just
I don't even know where it is. I guess the first thing we can try is make sure that this is working. All right, must be 8 characters. Don't match. All right, so that's good.
Yeah.
Now I need to actually try calling the reset. Let me find my actual password. Dangerous.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we can see that. Careful. All
right. Found my actual password. All right, cool. Now I can just paste this in. All right, here we go. Awesome. Great. Boom. Cool. It worked. I need that error stayed up, so I need to clear that out. Wherever that was. Then we call, wait, what is this? And login use, oh, I'm on the wrong one. I say, wait. Boom. Oh, it can be undefined. Cool. Or not. All right. I think we did it.
Cool. So now can you actually log in with your new password now? That would be the final test.
True.
I assume so, since we got a success back.
But I used the same password. I didn't want to mess with my
got it.
My 1Pass thing.
Right.
But I feel pretty confident in it. I'll test it when it's live. But I need to also check in this plugin. So let me do that so everybody has access to that as well. Where is that? Well, this was a good stream. I feel like we did some good stuff. We had to reset password.
Yeah.
It's always a pain in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
Now everyone has access to it. All right, and then I need that. All right, cool. I think I got these in here now. So this now has the user or the reset password settings, and now we have this file. Awesome. Let me check that in. I should symlink that instead. All right, cool. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. You disappeared from me.
Nice job.
All right. Oh, we did it. That was cool. Good suggestion, Dominique.
Yep, that was a good one. This is the kind of stuff too I think it would be cool.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad, Dominique. It wasn't that bad. Luckily, I had Kellen here who was like the author of it. That helped.
Yeah. Right. This is the kind of stuff too I think it'd be cool to bake into the framework,
right?
Or otherwise our plugin activated on the WordPress side to do some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then even somebody who's not very technical, they can just pop open a settings screen and say, here's what my email should say. Here's the route to send it to on the front end app. Here's XYZ. You know what I mean? And it would just do all this for them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be cool if we had some settings for the email where you can modify like the message or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then on the React part of the framework, it'd be cool if we just had a form. Plop it wherever you want it.
Mm-hmm.
That'll probably be higher level, but yeah, definitely can make that easier. I don't want you to have to write any of this PHP, so cool. All right, well, listen, this was fun. Had a great time. I'm about to go actually see real humans. I'm fully vaxxed, ready to go out and see other people. It's gonna be fun.
Enjoy.
And if you have any ideas for the next stream, definitely let us know. We're always looking for stuff. It doesn't have to be related to this site either. I contemplated just doing something totally different today. So if you have an idea that you want to see, but it has been cool to just like add functionality to this because we keep running into things that everyone's going to have to do. So that's fun to be able to tackle some of those things. And then it gives us ideas of things to put in the framework. So, but if you have any ideas or things that you want to see, definitely reach out on Discord or tweet me or whatever. And then follow us on developers.wpengine.com and on our Twitters and our YouTube and all the things. So go out and add password reset to your app. Happy coding.